Why compassion is important? Because again, the light of compassion transcends the ego I. So the ego I, it shoots up into the mind and it projects. It projects every moment to the environment around. And the mind, the ego I, has this constant judgment of likes and dislikes, analyzing every moment and judging and judging. The ego I is always judging, processing environment and judging. Yeah, do you recognize this? It judges from a place of duality. It judges from a place of division, separation, opposites. The mind is constantly judging the present environment. That's where most people get stuck. That's where most people experience suffering over and over on a daily basis. So now, when we align ourselves and make intention to anchor the light of compassion in our heart, compassion allows us to witness, understand with love the environment. And automatically, from a place of compassion, we transform and transcend the ego I. When you live more from a place of compassion, you are more naturally aligned with divine. This is why it's such an important practice. And for this, you can be anywhere. Life is always pushing your buttons from all angles. But every button that life touches upon you, that is the opportunity to anchor, to remember the light of compassion in your heart. And there will be many, many trial and errors. Many times you will see, become more aware of how the ego I is functioning from this view of duality. And then again, it's a practice of remembering, making those higher intentions and learning how it is to live from a place of compassion. So the challenges in life, they're a blessing for everyone. All the challenges in life are a blessing, an opportunity to transcend any challenge by seeing, witnessing through the higher eyes or the deeper eyes. And with the divine awareness, through the eyes of divine awareness, then that's where every form of separation dissolves. There's no separation found anywhere. So if you see through the eyes of divine awareness, you realize that duality, division, separation is not really real, because it all had disappeared when you return back home at your deepest essence, the nature of who you truly are. Another great practice, for example, being at work, how you can transform that certain routine, that certain sometimes tamasic energy You transform that by bringing into your awareness that even in those routines that you do on a daily basis, if you see that as if this is a form of Seva, a form of karma yoga, you will notice this certain, even burning down any karmas that are attached to this daily routine and certain maybe resistances or certain thoughts that keep repeating, certain energy that keep coming through, and you transform that as a seva. This begins to diminish the ego, and it fosters a certain humility. Even if you're at the office, even if you're working with children and working with teenagers or with any adults in any environment, you can still look at this as a seva, selfless service. And you may say, but I'm earning my monthly pay here. I'm doing this because I need to survive. I do this because of my safety, or I do this because of my recognition and success. And you transform that as a seva. And you begin to burn down this ego in relation to survival, safety, security, success. Yeah. This is quite a manifestation, I must say, of dismantling and burning through this ego, and yet mastering life. It is a mastery. It is a mastery to transform every moment to become sacred.